Hello, my art-loving friends. It's that time of year where we get to share what we got for Christmas, or maybe what we bought ourselves for Christmas and birthday. So my birthday's on Christmas, and I'm going to show you what I have so far. We do have one more Christmas celebration to go, but that's not until January 10th or 11th. So maybe there'll be a few more things. Goodness, I don't need any more, but I definitely love art supplies, so I'm not going to complain. So let's dive right into the fun stuff. Here's kind of an overview of it, but you probably saw the thumbnail, which was a little better view of things. Lots of fun watercolor things and a few not watercolor things over here. And I know it looks like a lot, but I spread it all out for the sake of the thumbnail. I'll move this all aside and show you one by one. Because the watercolor items are my favorite, I'm going to show them to you last. Sorry, not sorry. This is a glass palette, and I was a little bit duped with this because on the ad that I bought it from, it says that it's the dry palette insert, but it also shows it with a lid. So I was a little disappointed when I received it, and it literally is just the insert. No lid, no nothing. So I'm going to measure it and see if I can find a Tupperware or something to put it in and not pay the ungodly amount for the rest of this piece that I actually need. I plan on painting with oil paints a lot more this year and acrylic, but I really bought this for oil paints. Along with oil paints, my Secret Santa, we did a gift exchange with the family this year instead of buying for everyone. She got me the R&F drawing oils, the 3 different sets that I know they have so far, and they are just going to show up a little bit late. So I have the picture of them. They'll be here soon. We'll try them out. I'm excited for that. Another non-watercolor item I got are these. These are for your sketchbooks. And I got a lot of them intentionally because I have a lot of sketchbooks, and there's even more. Spread them all around the thumbnail, but anyway, they are self-sticky. So you peel off the sticky back here, and would you believe I don't have a sketchbook handy? Oh, here, hold that thought. So if this is my sketchbook, for example, you peel off the sticky on the back and you stick it back here, and then you have a place for a water brush, a pen, or a pencil that stays with your sketchbook at all times. So I'm excited for these. I hope they stick well because I did not buy that expensive brand that starts with an L that is really expensive for just one. I got this, I don't even know how many, 8-pack or whatever for way less money than the one. Oh look, here's more, found more. I thought it was a 12-pack, but I couldn't find the rest. But yes, a 12-pack or a 10-pack, I don't know. Count them, let me know. Next up is the new calendar by Nillson. She goes by Kattvalk here on YouTube. She is one of my most favorite YouTubers and my most favorite artists. And I bought her calendar last year. In fact, I will show it to you real quick. Hang on. So I have that one by the doorway to my studio. I see it every time I walk out, and it makes me super happy, along with my happy llama or alpaca down there. I love him as well. So I smile every time I go in and out of the studio. Well, mostly out. I don't really see it when I walk in, but same difference. So this one will go up January 1st, and the January picture is this one. It's gonna make me so happy. I love it. And then on the old calendar, I'll cut off the months and keep the rest as her artwork. Almost everything else I got is watercolor, but not quite, not quite. There's this, Wreck This Journal. I bought this myself, and it was used, you can tell. It said it was in used very good condition. I would not consider this used very good, but whatever. I kind of regret buying it because, I don't know, after I received it, I don't want it. I don't like it. I realize I don't work in these kind of books very well. I thought it would be fun to just have something where it wasn't important, it wasn't precious. So maybe I'll keep it around for half the year. If I use it, great. If not, I'll let it go. But it's a great idea. It just maybe doesn't suit me very well. So that might be a regret. I'm not sure. And I bought these back in October and they showed up the day before Christmas. I was so excited. So obviously the Derwent drawing pencils, the new 72 sets, still in the plastic. There are 2 layers and I won't open them right now. I have too much other stuff to show you guys, but I am excited to have these. And then also, not necessarily watercolor related, is this overly pocket easel. This one's kind of interesting, or looked interesting, because you can lay your canvas on it, but it only takes up this much room. So when you're carrying it around, because I actually do teach oil and acrylic classes at the college, and when I have to pack my bigger easel, it's an additional thing I have to carry. So I thought about trying this. So the idea here is that you just set it up, you set your canvas in it like that, and you work on it. Oh, I did it backwards. This have to go in back because you'll be pushing on it. I haven't used it yet, obviously. Can you tell? Oh yeah. Oh wow, that's very sturdy. So you can paint, push on it. This is great. I like it. Obviously, when you want to work in these little clip areas, you have to pull it out, but that's true with a lot of easels, so nothing new there. We'll see. We'll see if I get along with it or not. It has some kind of non-slip feet. They're not super non-slip, just a little bit rubbery, but take up so little space compared to everything else that I have tried and used. So maybe, I don't know how they were in this box. Ooh, very tightly like that, I guess. Okay, well, you can see from the size of this box how little room they take up. I can actually just slip that in my bag, unlike the other easel I have been carrying to work with me. Cool. Another non-watercolor related item, I guess this could be watercolor, but is just this makeup brush cleaner, because a lot of people will just buy these and put in the bottom of their water jars. Oh, they have those sticky things for acrylic and even watercolor brushes. It's just something to rub your brush against and help get the paint off of it in the bottom of your jar. And if you buy the ones that are for the makeup brushes, they are about 1/3 of the price of the ones specifically for art supplies, and they are exactly the same thing. So that is hopefully useful. Might be a regret too. I've been getting by for years and years and years without these for my watercolors, but I think I would like it when I use gouache and acrylic. These next items are huge. Look how huge they are. Color Cube Volume 1 through 4. This is something I bought for myself because my should-be daughter-in-law bought me Volume 1 and Volume 2 when they first came out, and I have them right here. I actually bring them to class sometimes, but I wanted the fully updated version, and I decided to get all 4 because I could either give mine away, could donate them to the college, or use them in various classes without worrying about if maybe I don't come home with a few of the cards, which would be a huge bummer. I wouldn't like that, but at least it wouldn't be like my set. If you haven't seen what these are all about, just search Sarah Renee Clark's Color Cubes. You'll see so many people with the new versions. Are they worth it? Are they not? They're worth it. And if you saw my last video about all the sketchbook ideas, the thumbnail says sketchbook ideas for years. I will link it in the corner for you. This is another thing that I use for sketchbook ideas and painting ideas in general. And I'll show you one just real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. Here's one of the new versions. Here's one of the old versions here. You can see. And if you pull a card out, it's based on a color combination that you can use for various things. It's just really neat because it might be color combinations you wouldn't normally try yourself. And now in the new volumes, every single image is copyright free, so you can paint or draw based on that image and you can sell your work, so that's really exciting. Most of these, except I think maybe 10 in the original volume, are also copyright free. but I also just like to use it for color inspiration, not necessarily picture inspiration. I will be picking, probably 15 cards from these new 4 volumes to bring with me when I travel for the month, coming up here in about 2 weeks. Non-watercolor related, although you could probably use these for watercolor, is Sarah Burns' Gouache Travel Brush Set. I have her original gouache brushes in this case here. What I did was modify this Caran d'Ache gouache set to fit my Daniel Smith gouache as well, and then I put little Velcros on to be able to take her gouache brushes with me because I love her original gouache brushes. What I have found is that it just doesn't work all that well for me to have the brushes in here. Plus then her brushes are in here when I want to use them on other projects, which at least I know where they're at. But I wanted to buy her travel ones just to see if that works better for me or not. Comes with a very nice print with information. Oh, these are tiny. Interesting. Tiny little barrels. Well, not as tiny as they first appeared, at least. I was getting worried. A little case, so they can always be in this case and you'll know where they are. A number 1 rigger. Just trying to see if they're screw off or pull out. I watched her live video release, but I didn't really pay attention. Okay, I can't get it out, so that's something you might be aware of if you buy these. It's a little bit dangerous to use pliers for this because I could damage this, but I cannot get them out. So are they screw off? They aren't, but if I unscrew it, it kind of comes out more easily. Okay, whew, that's scary. Number 1 rigger. Okay, this is nice and long. I like that. And they pop in the back and are a good size for holding in the hand. Let me open all these and show you the sizes. I can't even get it apart. Wow. I hope they get easier to get off. They're not going to be very travel friendly if I can't get them out. Oh wow, that's great. Number 4 filbert. Got one by myself. Woohoo! So here are all the sizes. A 12 round, an 8 round, a 6 round, which is a very short 6 round. That could be useful. Then we have a 6 shorty flat, a 6 long flat, a 4 flat, a 4 filbert, and the 1 rigger. So we'll see. We'll see if these, sorry about that one goes there too. If all these sizes work for me, if I can actually get these on and off without having pliers with me. Although I often do have pliers with me, so at least in my camper, that is not a huge big deal. But it looks like after putting these brushes in here, there'll be plenty of room for other things, so I can keep that in mind. Maybe find something to put in there. I do have a small flat palette that I want to set up for gouache, which I will hopefully do before I leave, and I will show that to you. So at least I'm getting these apart, but I have more to grab when they're together like that. Okay, got that one apart. Yeah, I guess that's really my only fear is, can I get them back off? Yeah, maybe it's just that first time. That was really hard the first time. Let's try this one. This one seems like the tightest. Ooh. Can't get that one. Maybe I won't put it all the way in. Maybe I'll put it in just a little bit, have it sticking out a little. Then, yeah, then I can get it. Okay, I will do that. Yeah, I think there's room in there for that flat palette I'm going to make for gouache. We'll see. Speaking of gouache, I did the Sketchbox sale. I think this was maybe their Black Friday sale. I don't recall, but I got a couple of different boxes and I combined them all into one. I showed all of these and swatched all of these over on my Patreon with my Patreons live. It was very fun. These are very strong. I got some of this blue one on my finger and it pretty well dyed my finger blue for the entire rest of that day and part of the next day. So those are fun. Matte acrylic paint, all of these surfaces. This is Mixed Media by Marabou. Canvas pad, which I really like. Can't wait to use this because I am going to use things up this year. It's going to be exciting. And then these are Beta series by Stillman and Burns premium art paper sheets that are also mixed media. Came with some pretty nice brushes. Very much like those. I have a King Art Inkline pen in black. And then a white gel pen in 0.8. And then I believe all of this is gouache. So we have some Shinhan gouache in these colors here, and an M. Graham in burnt umber, Savoir Faire in burnt sienna. I did light fast testing on this brand and it's really bad for light fastness, so Sketchbook's only for Savoir Faire. I'll have to test the other brands a little more thoroughly. And then these 4 Holbein gouache, which I'm excited about. Hummingbird blue, elm green, gardenia yellow, and white. There's some great stickers in the box. I'll put those right now with my sticker collection. Well, after this video, I'll put them with my sticker collection. And then some instructions on some activities, which I can keep to the side. Okay, I think we're on to everything watercolor now. Boy, oh boy. This is what I consider watercolor supply. Hang on, let me open these out of the package first. These were items that I had included in my advent calendar, which I know I still have to show you everything that was in that. And I will. But I ended up accidentally selling one more of these than I actually had. So I had to give mine away, and I love it so much. So I rebought it for myself, and they came in a pack of 2. They're just great because the little ears and feet on this bear keep this very sturdy. It also doesn't collapse easily. You have to really, really push on it to collapse it. You can also just keep it at different levels. So if you only have a little bit of water, you can keep it at this lower level, you can keep it at this medium level, or you can expand it the entire way for full amount of water. So the fact I have 2 now doesn't hurt my feelings because I could have clean water, dirty water if I'm sitting in like the hotel room or somewhere, or the camper, and they're very slim, just like that. So I actually take these off because I don't like the extra little straps, and I don't need the carabiners, but I will keep them just in case there's ever an instance where I might need to strap these on. I have a place on my shelf in the closet for these, but for now they're ready to travel with me, and they take up so little room. I love it. And then Paul Rubens sent me their new ocean set, and this palette is beautiful. I just opened this yesterday to look at it. It comes with this beautiful blue cloth. It's a deep blue palette. It's gorgeous. Isn't it pretty? Anyway, all the colors in here are colors that I do already have. At least I thought so at first glance. I didn't actually get out my list, but since I just went through my Paul Rubens colors in a lot of detail, I'll put that video up here in the corner for you, that corner. Anyway, and in the description box below if you want to watch it. None of these colors sounded like new colors. It's just a different selection of colors in this particular 24 set that is really good for painting ocean scenes. At least that's the idea. So I am excited to kind of dive into this a little bit more and see, and then probably will just reuse this palette for something because it's gorgeous. I don't have a dark blue palette like that, or perhaps give it away. I have not decided yet, and I won't until I get back from being gone a month, but quite gorgeous. And then they also sent me this watercolor journal with 100% cotton paper, cold press 140-pound paper in it. So that looks delightful. It's a really nice size as well. 20 sheets. I'm not going to take it out of the plastic and show it to you right now because I have a lot of sketchbooks, and if it's protected by plastic, maybe the sizing will stay good. Speaking of things sent to me, Lightwish asked if there was anything else they could send to me, and I said, probably not. I have no time in my life right now to do any kind of videos in any timeline. And they're like, okay, no problem. And then when I did the video on this little set here, I get good feels every time I even see this box. This has a really unique palette in it. This here this red one with the Christmas tree. I call them Christmas trees because it's a red palette, but it's just trees. And it holds 36 colors. It clips right in here. I mean, this thing is so neat. A lot of the comments on my video when I showed this, though, were I would definitely buy this if it were in a different color. The red kind of gets messed with my eyes, that kind of thing, and I understand that. Look at this. This binding also has trees on it. You know, Lightwish read all your comments and all of that, but then there was another comment that said, well, actually, they do make them in different colors. And so I went searching and I found the ones in different colors. And I told Lightwish, hey, I can't make a video on it other than showing it in the haul like this. But I would love to try these out and see what I think, because I actually really like square paper better. I think it suits my painting style better. But I wanted this green color palette here. And I didn't even notice this online, but this also has trees on it. And you open it up and it's green, and it doesn't even look metallic green on the website. I didn't look at it in a whole lot of detail. But again, didn't look metallic green, but it is kind of a shiny green, but it's probably a little more gentle on your eyes than the red. And this one has fewer wells. This is an 18 well palette. That red one was a 36 well palette. And it also has some extra mixing space. You can pull it out like that. So it's kind of neat. Didn't realize it had a second binding until I opened it today. I was just curious if it would go ahead and clip into here. Yes, 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 yes. Perfect. So you wouldn't even need to bring this with you because you could just have it all in one like that. One of the other coolest things about this palette is that it comes with a brush that looks like a pen. It has an air hole in the end, and the brush looks fantastic. I could paint anything I want on this size of paper with this brush, and then just close it up. It'll air itself out and have it stay in the pen clip that comes with it. I think that's a win. Might be kind of fun to take this out of this binding. Don't really know, but having this little extra mixing space could be useful. I'll have to think about that. Okay, so here's the problem. I said, could I get this green one, this green palette, because I love green, with the cold press paper, because the green one on their website, well, the Amazon store only comes with hot press paper. She said, unfortunately, we don't have the refills for this size yet because it's a brand new product, and they were waiting to see how it did. But they have this one that has the cold press paper, but it comes brown. So she said, I'll just send you both, and you could switch the paper out and take whichever one you want with you on your trip. And she knew I was leaving for a month, and she said, I'll send it lickety split so you'll have it before your trip and you can fill it and have time for that. So here is the brown version. Same size paper, same size everything. This brown one has trees on it, just like the other one. I actually really like the brown one too. So here they are side by side if you wanted to kind of compare colors. Exactly the same thing, but this is the cold press paper, so a little bit more texture. That's really the only difference. I don't know if you'll be able to see the texture difference in the camera. It's pretty subtle. So I think I probably will put the green one together. I'll switch these papers out and fill this with some colors and take with me. I think that's going to be a little bit less stressful for me than trying to fill this 36 well one, even though I adore this palette. Yeah, this extra little binding thing's interesting because you can't really have your palette open and use it. Wonder if you flipped it around, you can't really, oh, you can. You can get it in there and then you could use it, but I don't know that you would be able to shut it like that. You could, but it's gonna push the boundaries a bit. So I'm curious, I'll have to read up on why the extra binder here. I did think about, like I just flipped that around, I did think about that with that one, is just flipping it around and then having it like this. Then it's bound to that and not this, which could be handy if you want to flip pages and use them instead of doing your used pages and putting them in the back. Not sure. I really don't know what I'll end up doing when I use it. But I actually think a water brush would be the most useful thing for this. Hey, you know what? Let's look at this green one real quick. Well, I could probably do that. Stick that in there. Or even take out this paper. Put this in here a little farther. Because the paper doesn't take up that much room. Even when it's shut, you have all this extra room. So I could attach this there. And stick a water brush in there. Or since this band is a little tighter, put the water brush out here and this brush here. We'll just have to wait and see what I do, because I don't even know at this point. Next up is all of these things, and I am really angry at this company, by the way. I don't even know why these came. I wonder if these were a bonus, because I don't think I would have ordered these unless I ordered these just to see if their watercolors were as professional and amazing and pigmented as they said. Anyway, it's a whole kit with a little clip-on palette, a tiny little sketchbook that's blank, a wristband, and then watercolors that you would pour into the little clip-on palette. You guys have seen these probably a dime a dozen. But they kept saying, oh, we don't have very much stock. Everything's getting sold out. 45% off only for the next couple of days. So I fell for it. These little sketchbooks were $12.99 on their sale. And you can see here we have autumn, winter, and beginners. And the reason I thought that these were kind of interesting is because they have sketches in them. So they're really light. I don't even know that you'll be able to see it, probably a little bit. So everything is pre-sketched on every other page, and it does feel like watercolor paper. It's just pretty thin, and it's kind of hot press texture. So this page is blank, then the next page is another little sketch, and then blank. And it goes on like that every other page for the entire book. And I thought that might be really fun. But I'm so mad at the company because, only 2 weeks left. Oh, there's only enough stock for 2 more days, blah, blah, blah. And then it's a month and a half later and I'm still seeing those same stupid ads. So I'm mad at them, just so you know. But I think the sketchbooks with the pre-sketched things is a good idea. And this winter one did actually sell out, so I'll give them that. Or at least it did for a brief time. The sketches in the winter one are a little bit darker than in the beginner one, but again, they're every other day. So I signed up for a 30-day sketchbook challenge that starts January 1st, and I looked at all the tips videos on how to get started and what to prepare for, and she said use a small sketchbook. So I got this sketchbook from my grandma's house. It's very nice. The paper is actually really thick for little drawing paper sketchbook. My grandma did do some pictures in it, but I thought sketchbook challenge might be a fun way to finish up this sketchbook. I counted how many pages were left. There's enough for the 31 days of January. Anyway, I had picked this one out. And then I was kind of thinking about this. Like, if I don't use this now, it's just going to be another thing that just sits in my studio until I can get to it. So I think I'm going to use this for the 30-day sketchbook challenge, or 31-day. Maybe I'll do the drawing one for fun and then do my sketchbook challenge on the next page or on the back side. So there's definitely plenty of pages here. I don't actually know how many pages. I haven't counted them, but plenty. And if I run out, I'll start using the back sides, or maybe I'll use the back sides right from the beginning. I don't know. But that will get me using this book. And I'm going to use the winter one because January is winter here where I'm at. And if I want to paint a winter scene, there is a whole lot of them in this little sketchbook. So that's my plan. Winter, beginner is just various images. That's a dragonfly, that's trees, flowers, ladybug, a bird, and so on. So yeah, these are much darker sketches too. I wonder if people complained on the beginner's one that they couldn't see it. I prefer the lighter sketches, although that is pretty light. That's very hard to see. Whatever. Here it is, some leaves. Every other page is blank again. pie and cocoa, squirrel, books, basket of apples, a fun little mountain scene in the roads, acorns. So this will be nice. Candy corns. Oh, fox. Lovely. Okay. Well, there we have it. A plan to actually use one. 2 more that who knows when I'll use them, but I like them. And some watercolors. Yeah, I might give this set away. I have not figured that out yet. More watercolory goodness. So all of this is from Designs by Rachel Beth, and I heard about her through Christy Rice's Advent Calendar, and I opened all of those live. So I'll leave that live link for the first video, and then you can find the others based on that one. Anyway, there was a coupon code in the Advent Calendar for her Etsy site. I think it's Etsy anyway. And I went ahead and used that coupon code because it was 30% off, very generous, and bought these things for myself. So I got 2 of these because I wanted to give one away eventually here. They're bookmarked, so it's perforated here with dot card colors here on the side to paint these with. And I just thought that was ingenious. These were $6 each, I believe. And then I got this one here with the books. And the dots are very generous. You'll have no trouble painting this and have lots left over. And luckily they're perforated, like I mentioned, so they can just be taken off and saved and used more. And then I have this Christmas at Grandma's set. There was a little free sample in here of Victorian fireplace. That sounds fun. Hello, cat. This Stay Frosty set with a free sample of Moody Evergreen. The names on these are so cute. Coal Eyes, Made of Snow, Button Nose, Laugh and Play. And this one is Velvet Bows, Hand Knit Stockings, Vintage Plates, Lace Ornaments, and Fresh Gingerbread. The free sample, Moody Evergreen and Victorian Fireplace. So we'll play with these, but I think this video is so long already that I'll push it off. I'm sorry. And then the Art of Soil was having a sale where if you purchased a certain amount, you got this for free. This, or they had a tree-shaped one, but I really liked the cactus. So this Art of Soil paint was something I included in my Advent Calendar as well. And this gives you 12 of their colors, and it was absolutely free. These sell for $30 just by themselves on the website. So I really thought that was a generous buy something, get something. And so I bought, to get this free, I bought this, which came in an Art Folio Toolkit. I think I probably said that all wrong. Palette, which I have never had. Art Toolkit Folio palette. Okay, that wasn't too far off. Branded just for the Art of Soil. And when I showed you guys those Mungyo Compuzzle palettes, which I am going to be putting together for the trip I'm leaving on, I said I didn't really want this or like it because they don't sit flat. And that is kind of true. They don't sit flat, but they are at least changed now where they kind of sit flat. So the paint is a little bit inclined. Let me show you that. And yes, I did lose one out of there. And the palette where you mix now sits flat, which is great because your paint won't run off because it doesn't have an edge on this side. But at least that part sits flat now, and it won't be a problem that this is not flat. So this one just keeps falling out. I'll have to grab some water. Maybe water will fix it. If not, I can, oops, that was a lot of water. I can glue dot it in there, but we'll see how it goes. So this has, what, 36 colors, I think? All of these colors. I wonder if I could paint directly on here to see what these look like, but here's how that goes. It's a little too big to fit in the palette with them, but that's okay. And then luckily she has this paper stuffed in the bottom edge because I do kind of need to scoot all of these up. I wondered if I could do that with the paper. No, but stick something down in there. People say they stick toothpicks or something down in there to keep these from sliding under this edge. So perhaps you can see that I can scooch these up. And the one that's already gone under the edge is a little tricky, but yeah, I'll probably pull all these out before playing with these too much and stick some toothpicks under that edge to keep these up here where they belong. So that was a tip by somebody on that video where I showed the other type of palette. So I'm excited for this. It's super slim and the paints are incredibly unique. I do need to do light fast testing on them just out of curiosity's sake. For now, I'm just using it for my sketchbook challenges and for fun. I'm gonna let this sit flat while that dries, but I can shut it for now. Anyway, it's beautiful. It's kind of a metallic dark green, even gray, but it has a green tint. Let's say it's a green gray. It's gorgeous, right up my alley for colors. Okay, last but not least is this Etcher Lab 12 Days of Christmas Advent Calendar. This came the day before Christmas, which was exciting. It's meant to be opened from December 25th to January 5th, one day at a time. But I opened the first day and I was kind of disappointed. So then I'm like, well, I did wait till the next day. I'll like open the next day and it was okay. And I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna open them all. So let me just open them all and show you everything that was in here. All right, here's everything laid out. Obviously, not that. So day one was this llama pin. That's their lab. That's their logo. Not interested in it. I love Etcher products, actually. I think their logo's cute. I just don't want one. I don't keep things like this. I don't use them. But that's okay. A couple of people I watched who opened this were really excited by that, and that's incredibly awesome. Day two was this round size 10 travel brush. And it doesn't stay in there very well, which is kind of nice compared to the last ones I just tried, right? These come right out. And it does stay securely in that end. Feels like it's maybe made out of aluminum and wood. And it looks like a very nice synthetic brush. Day three was this flat size 6, which is also equally nice. This one is a little more secure when in there. Equally as secure when out. Day four is a pretty slim roll of Etcher washi tape. It's just their logo and a saying. Kind of boring washi tape, but washi tape's always useful. I just think they could have been a little more generous. If they have other washi tape, they could have included it or maybe given you a little bit more. I don't know. What do I know? Day five was a 90-day subscription to the Etcher Studio. They have a ton of classes in there that you can choose from. I did cover that up with the washi tape because it's a QR code you have to scan to receive that. You also get 30 days free with everything you buy from Etcher. At least that's my understanding, or at least their sketchbooks. I know you get a 30-day subscription. Day six is this Celestial Blue Pearlescent watercolor. Look how pretty that is. Beautiful. I'm sure it's gorgeous on paper. Actually, I've seen some people use this one. It is nice. Honeycomb. It's stuck to the label. So that was day 7. Day 8 is Forest Jewel. Beautiful. I am excited to try these out. Day 9 here is Crimson Flame. What a great name. There we go. So interesting, 2 of these are extruded and 2 are poured. Huh. Day 10 was, it looks like about, I don't know, 50 or 60 postcards. Their postcards are incredibly nice. And even if you don't use postcards, this is 230 gram cold press, 100% cotton paper. It is an absolute delight to paint on, and it's a good size. So you can just use it as paper, loose paper to paint on. I don't have any trouble painting on this 230 GSM paper. I really love it. So that was valuable. I know they sell their 100 packs of postcards, at least before the price increases, for about $40.50 or so. I don't know what the prices are currently, but that's what I was paying for them. I use these actually to send postcards to my Patreon members. So that's day 10. Now this was a little ingenious bit of marketing. Day 11 is a $25 gift card, and it expires February 28th of 26. So you have to use it right away And the only way you can use it is with an order of $59 or more. Okay, what a great way to make people spend a lot more money. But guess what? I went to their website to use this gift card and I spent more money. They succeeded in their mission on that one. I'll show you what I get when that comes. It usually takes a month or more for me to receive stuff from Etcher. Although that truly has actually been their Kickstarters, like this thing. So maybe it won't on something that's actually in stock. We'll find out. Last day, day 12, was so cute. I'm a sucker for red and green. Can you tell? So this is a little red and green accordion sketchbook. Nice and big, ton of pages in this thing. I think it's cold pressed paper. It does have a texture to it. It's a gentle texture, but nice. It's very well done. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's cold pressed paper. Does it say anywhere? No. So that's adorable. I couldn't tell if I was happy with this gift card or angry at it, but so overall, that's everything that was in the advent calendar from Etcher. What do you guys think? You think that was a good value? Some people are really happy with it. Some people are mad. I believe it was $119. It was either $99 or $119. I personally feel like it's kind of right on the edge of an okay value. I guess if you include the $25 gift card, that definitely helps bring the value up too. Their products are usually pretty expensive and usually very high quality. And I guess if you count that, that's another $25 that boosts this calendar's value. So I don't know, you tell me. And that's a wrap for what I received for Christmas and my birthday. Remember, I have one more celebration to go to. I, again, don't know that I'll get any more art supplies, but, oh, it's not quite a wrap, actually, because I also received $150 in gift cards to Blick, which is a really big art store. Here in the US, we can order from them on their website, so I have lots of money. And I don't really need anything right now, but since I'm going to be painting a lot more in 2026, so keep an eye out for my 2026 goals video coming up soon, I probably will find some things that I need, maybe white paint, etc. I have no idea yet. And I also have a $100 gift card to Etsy, and I think what I'll do with that is I'll wait for that second Christmas celebration just to make sure I don't receive it, but I want to order the little palette from Alchemist X's Journey. I think that would be really cool. Received some other gift cards too, but nothing art related. So I have those in my future to spend. I have to make sure they don't expire, and if they do, put that in my calendar to remind myself to order some more art supplies. Oh darn. I'll be taking some of this with me on my trip, so you will see a few things. We'll play with a few things while I am gone. And only because this video is so long, I'm not going to play with them right here. Sorry, I know that's probably a bit of a disappointment. It is for me too, but I don't want to make this video go on forever. I guess you'll just have to watch some more of my videos if you want to see these art supplies in action. So thank you so much for joining me today. Out of everything I showed you today, let me know in the comments what was the most exciting thing for you, and maybe I can get to that first. Alright, I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Baby.
That is way too cute.
I'm gonna need that picture because I feel I can't get my own of this.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you have upside down puppy.
I do have upside down puppy.
Cute.